not done with the Suns stuff just yet. We bring in our Suns insider, my man Flex from Jersey with PHNX Sports Network. And hey, just tell us about your feelings of the Phoenix Suns so far. How do you feel? I know that a lot of fans are a little bit, ready to hit the panic button, but we still got a lot of basketball left to play, don't we?
Yeah, no, listen, I feel really good, Rich. I do. They're starting to evolve. We didn't have the big three for a significant amount of time. And so guys were pressed to do some things that they weren't brought here to do. And you're starting to see now in this last 5-7 games, they're starting to get it together. Roles are starting to get simplified. And I think this team is about to go on a run, Rich. I really do. I feel something pretty exciting coming really soon.
And one thing I've noticed is Bradley Beal is healthy, and boy, you can tell the work is starting to, the rust is starting to come off for him. And he makes a big difference for this team when he's healthy.
Yeah, Brad's incredible. Listen, this is a 30-point scorer just 2 years ago. He's got a lot of bounce to his game. He's got a lot of gravity. When you have Brad Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker, you have to make a decision. Who are we going to double off? Who are we going to send? And he brings a different dynamic that no other player on the team can do but Brad Beal. He is a really good basketball player, an established basketball player, and he's smart, very cerebral. So Brad's going to be fine, and I think the people that are worrying about Brad Beal, that's going to go away really soon.
Yeah, and then he could bring the ball up the court, Bradley Beal can, but of course, Point Book has been effective at times. Do you like Point Book, or do you like him better, as a shooter?
I think there's a middle ground. I like Point Book in spurts, and I like Book off the ball. So I think with Brad Beal, you're going to be able to get two versions of Devin Booker. You're going to get that Point Book that can distribute, take advantage of the gravity, and get everybody involved. And then you're going to get that assassin that Frank Vogel mentioned in the press conference. He said Devin Booker off the ball is an assassin. With Brad Beal, you get both. Without Brad Beal, you're stuck with one. This is the best spot to be in. I think you're going to get both versions right now.
You can see the impact Jusuf Nurkic has had on this team. Do you still feel good about the Nurkic-DA trade?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? Listen, I love DeAndre Ayton. He's a physical specimen. He's still got some things to figure out. Nurkic is the adult in the room. Nurkic is a guy that is very similar to a guy that we had when we made the finals run, Dario Saric. He was like a glue guy. He's a guy that knew how to pass, knew how to take care of gravity, knew how to get to the free throw line, can extend possessions. His basketball IQ is incredible, Rich. And so because of that, I really like the Nurkic deal. And then you add Grayson Allen into there, and it's like, come on.
Yeah.
This is a good deal.
And how about the emergence of Bol Bol? I'm just fascinated with this guy because I'm going to date myself now. I remember his daddy back in the day.
That's right.
I remember watching Manute Bol play, so it's been cool to see Bol Bol start to get some minutes for the Suns lately.
Yeah, I was a big Manute Bol fan.
Yeah.
But no, Bol Bol's been terrific. He's been working hard in practice, and I know people were pressing like, where's Bol Bol? Where's Bol Bol? He has some things to clean up, and I was talking to people around the coaching staff, and it was like, he's close. He's not there yet. In the last couple games, we're starting to see him evolve. Bol Bol is terrific. He's got a lot of skills that are God-given. You just can't teach that, Rich. Being that tall, being able to handle the ball, shoot the ball, play defense, outlet passes he's really good at. So I hate that he sprained his ankle.
I know.
And I know that may set him back. But I'm a big Bol Bol fan at this point. I think he's a little secret weapon here.
Yeah. How many games do you need to see the big three play together before you start to feel good about where this team is heading?
I was asked this question multiple times. 40.
Okay.
40 is the number, okay? And when Brad came back, there were 52 left. And so now Kevin's missing a couple games. So it's going to be around 40 for me because I believe that's half an NBA season. And these guys are just so good. If it were a younger team, I'd probably want more. But with the veteran savvy, with Kevin and Devin and Brad Beal and the IQ, if they can get 40 games under their belt, Rich, watch out come playoff time. Nobody's going to want to see the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I say 30, but that's just me. I think they're that good. If they get 30 good games in, I'll feel good going into the postseason. What should we look for in this team? Any particular player, any particular move moving forward for the Phoenix Suns?
I will say this, and I want to stress this. In life, sometimes you ask your children, you say, go to school and get good grades. And that's all you require. If you ask your children, go to school, get good grades, get a full-time job, help with the bills, it changes things. And I say that because the role players we brought in, a lot of people are down on them. But they were asked to come and do one or two things. And they were in a situation where they had to do 4 or 5.
Right.
What I look forward to is those guys surprising some people. The Yuta Wanatabes, the KBDs, the Drew Eubankses. Now their roles are simplified. The Phoenix Suns are going to go out there with a big three, and they're going to be able to utilize the strengths and what they brought him here to do. And I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with how good these guys are and the roles they were brought here to do.
See, this is why we bring this guy on the show. He gives us the good stuff. Flex from Jersey. Tune into this guy, PHNX Sports Network. He knows what he's talking about. Flex, thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate you, my man.